What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to yet another AMC video. This is definitely a video that I did not want to make. This is not one that's going to be easy for me to make, but let me just say this. It's going to be about AMC, obviously. It's going to be about Melissa Lee. And this is not going to be a good one for Melissa Lee. Apparently, someone we thought was an apet, you know, the female version of an ape, is really not an ape or an apet. She is merely just a puppet being controlled by Ken Griffin and his freaking goons. And before you attack me, before you say anything, maybe you should have watched the last video that she put out, because it's kind of disturbing. It's disturbing to me. It should be disturbing to you. I thought she was on our side. She's put out, you know, a couple of documentaries. She's interviewed with Adam Aaron, Trace Trades, Matt Cahors, and she probably did all that because she was told to get more views on her videos because she wasn't doing well enough on her own. And now, if you appreciate the content that I'm going to share with you today, please go ahead and hit that, smash that like button so that the YouTube algorithm shares this with as many apes as possible. And for the love of God, if you're not subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so, because I drop content just like this every single day. Now, I don't mean to put Melissa Lee on blast. I've held her dear to my heart for a very long time. But the time has come that I have to put her on blast because she's not a freaking apet, whatever you want to freaking call her. Okay, if she's not down with this movement, then I do not give a spit about her. And I have no problem putting her on blast, which is what I'm about to do right now. So in this last video that she put out, or the last video pertaining to AMC, excuse me, her and her little buddies, her co-workers, such as Tim Seymour and the rest of those ass clowns that I don't know their names, they were talking bad about AMC. Specifically, they were talking about the $28 million investment, which gave AMC a 22% stake in a gold and silver mining company. Now, I know that there's been a lot of controversy on YouTube about this investment. And guys, listen, if you're still confused about it, go back and watch the videos that I made for probably about the last 2 days. And maybe that will clarify some things for you. Anyhow, Melissa Lee, she's supposed to be on our side. We thought she was on our side. She talked to people that, you know, were part of the ape movement, or at least pretended to be for some time. And now she's sitting here trying to bash us. Not only bash us, but laugh at us with her dumbass co-workers that have the IQ of a fucking snail. I'm sorry for cussing. If your kids are here, I apologize. Please tell them to walk into another room just in case I cuss again. But I have to put Melissa Lee on blast. Or better yet, how about I just play the clip for you so you can see it for yourself. Melissa Lee is not a dadgum apet. I'm sorry that I had to break this news to you like this. But yeah, I mean, if anyone's not an apet, if anyone's not true to this movement, they're not helping us. And if they're not helping us, that means that they're not with us. And if they're not with us, that means that they're against us and they're hurting our movement. So Melissa Lee, we're putting you on blast. You're no longer an apet. We're stripping you of your status. Get the hell up out of here. Yeah, let's roll the clip, y'all.
Let's move on here. A major plot twist for AMC and a headline no one expected to wake up to this morning. The movie theater chain paying nearly $28 million in cash for about a 22% stake in a small Nevada-based gold miner, Highcroft Mining, for a company that was struggling to stay alive not that long ago. Is this the best use of cash right now? And not just struggling, who has loads of debt at very, very, very high interest rates, invests in a recently de-SPACed company that is trading well below, obviously, its SPAC price. Karen, you were digging into this, and the plot even thickens when you take a look at who the top holders of this stock are, who's involved here.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is crazy. If you remember, Mudrick, is that it? Mm-hmm. Okay. So Mudrick owns 40% of this company. Mudrick had, at what was at one time, a great trade with AMC where they bought a convert and they were allowed to immediately exercise the convert, sell the stock. They made a bunch of money and then went short, and I think maybe lost that money. So I don't know where they ended up on AMC. This is just astounding to me, though, that they would use, I understand they have a cash pile they also have a giant pile of debt. And some of this debt is trading. There's a, I think it's 25 or 26 is the maturity, 10% coupon. It trades at 80 some odd cents on the dollar, yielding almost 15%. I would think maybe they'd want to buy that back before they do this. It's so crazy to me. The other thing, if you think they're going to, you get a quick, they were probably expecting a quick pop, which the stock really, it did at the open a little bit, but by the end of the day, really didn't. I don't think they're going to do it for a flip. They couldn't do that. They would owe short swing profits, so they couldn't even keep the profit. I think they're in it for the construction and the long haul. I find it so astounding. I don't even know what to do with it. It's crazy that they would think this is what, I just imagine what that board meeting was like. Here's what I think we should do. They're all, yes, that's good. Let's do it. I don't understand it.
I mean, Karen and I probably spent, 20 minutes on the phone just marveling over this deal, wondering why you would possibly do it. But let's just play devil's advocate here. Let's say AMC wanted to diversify its portfolio, some sort of economic hedge here, and have some sort of gold in their portfolio. Why would you buy a miner that traded, what was it, like 30 cents a month ago? Why not just gold futures or buy a couple bars of gold and stick in the boardroom, Tim? I mean, there's so many questions here.
It sounds like the company's been taken over by meme stock traders, who is exactly what they would do. I mean, this is a clown show, and every time they have one of these announcements, folks, and I'm talking to the investors that chase these things, please, the stock ends up lower within 2 weeks, significantly lower. In other words, these have been whipsaw events. Every Bitcoin announcement, everything that talks about crypto, this is another one, and of course it's gold which has rallied, gold which is hot. And at a time, why, I don't know also where a $30 million investment, when you look at least relative to market cap too, this doesn't move the needle. They have no edge. This is disappointing to me, and these headlines are troubling.
Well, they spent 20-something million and they got almost 7% pop on the stock guy. That's not bad for a day's work.
For now.
If they wanted to diversify their core business, they should have bought Tim's DVD collection. I mean, that'll give them some diversification. I know Top Gun is first and foremost. Should be, by the way. I mean, and Tim's right. If they want to get in the gold business, do what Palantir did, buy gold bars. I don't know what they call it when people drift away from the style. I think they call it something. Mel, you might be able to help me with that. I think it's
Style
called
drift.
Style drift.
Style drift.
Yeah. I mean, to put this under the category of exactly that.
Although Palantir's doing SPACs too, buying SPACs. So it's an interesting one to